Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about MVC. So MVC stands for Model View and Controller. Model View Controller is an architectural pattern commonly used for developing user interfaces that divide an application into three interconnected parts. This is done to separate internal representation of information from the ways information is represented to and accepted from the users. So mostly is that a model view controller is that architectural patterns. There is a three parts. It's a model for business logic, view for design, and controller for mediator between the model and view. So first of all is that MVC is that architectural pattern. So what is that architectural pattern and what is the difference between that architectural pattern and design pattern? So first we'll look that one. Architectural pattern. A pattern is an recurring solution to recurring problems. In the case of architectural pattern, they solve the problem related to the architectural style. Just like it's that, just like MVC is that architectural pattern means like that it's a fixed one. So in the architectural pattern, it will be like a first it will be happen like a model view and controllers. So example, what classes will have? Well, we have how will they interact in order to implement system to specify sets of layers, or what high level modules will have in our service oriented architecture, and how will they communicate, or how many tiers will over the client server architecture have. It's like same like a MVC also. It's a model view and controller. So in that here it's mentioned that's one specified set of layers. It's like three layers is that one is a model, one is a view, and another one is the controller. So design patterns is differ from the architectural patterns in their scope. They are more localized. They have less impact on the code base. They impact a specific section of the code base. For example, how to initiate an object when we only know what type needs to be initiated at run time. How to make an object behave differently according to the states. So now I think it's clear what is the difference between the architectural pattern and design patterns. Now let's start that MVC. Just open the Visual Studio. So firstly create that new project. So here I'm going to select the web and ASP.NET Web application. So web app MVC. So select that empty and MVC. So they uncheck that add a unit test because we are not going to check that unit test. And click OK. So now you can see here there is a structure and lot of folders here. First is that app data for data only. App start there is a route configuration. One is that controller, model, and views. So let's say create one controller. That is a home controller. So here you can see that there is a home controller and they're inheriting that controller. Let's see that in the controller class. It's an abstract class. First, know that one controller is that abstract class, or it's an inheriting that controller by base I action, I authorization filter. That all are a filter. The action, authentication, authorization filter, exception filter is inheriting. So now we are going to create index. That add new. Right click and index, and click add. So one question is that can we create only in that controller file inside only the controller? No, if you want you can create own folder You can create one folder and create that controller class. So like that, if you want to, so you can create that outside the controller also. So first main thing, just run that application. That if you open that view, that is a home. Once you are going to create that view from here, so first it will take that the controller name and then index name. So this one is that controller name, that is a home, that is index. So here you can see that one tag is that h2 tag is there, that's index. Just run that application, let's see. So you can see that this index is printed, and that path is the based on the routing. Especially learn that what is the routings and where you can find that routing. So MVC routing is a pattern matching system that is responsible for mapping incoming browser requests to specified MVC controller actions. So once you run that one, run that. So here you can see that it's mentioned that first is that home, that is a controller name, and second one is that index names. So this one is the routing pattern, controller name and index name. So when ASP.NET MVC application launches, then the application registered one or more patterns with the frameworks. So here you can see that once you will open that one solution of Explorer and add dot star, here you can say that a route pattern here. First is that route collection, and in that route collection first you can see here that there is a routes dot ignore routes, means like that if it's ignoring that files, if with the extension is like dot axt, it will ignore that ones, it will not come to that here that mapping. And second one, if you look that one, there is one route map. There is this one is called that pattern matching. So first one is the default one. So here that content placeholder is that controller action and ID. That means like that here it mentioned that controller name is by default it will be home, action name will be index, and ID is that optional parameter. If you want, you can create multiple map route. Just like if you want to create one more, to add here, default name will be the, just like you can write home. Okay, and if you will that URL, it will be URL like a home, just like if you will enter that home, so it will directly go to that home dot index action methods. Just run that one. Because here that URL I'm going to mention that home, so it will take the controller name will be home. Just write here home. So it's going to the same page, because here I mentioned that one home, that controller name will be home and index name will be, action name will be index. So one more pattern we're going to write, just like a default, like this one will be home one pro, and if it will be blank, so it should be redirect also. If I will not write, just like a www.abc.com, I'm not going to write any URL, so it will be redirect to that home and index page. Just run that application. See that here it's a blank. So I'm going to write, it's coming to that index page only. Now I will check with that. Now I'm going to create one more action method, that is a just like a about. Going to create that about. So now right click and add view, that will be that about. Now I'm going to create that about view. So here you can see that one more view will be created inside the folder of about, inside the folder of sorry home. So it's a about. So here you can say that about. Now I want to do like that. So I'm going to default it should go to the about page only. So what need to do? Only need to change here that action method should be about. So and I change that one. I am in the about page. Okay, run that application. Now if you will not going to write in a URL, it will redirect to that about page. Just go and see here. Not in the page. If it's a blank, then home dot about page. See, it's going now. I'm going to not write anything. So see, then it's going to the about page. If I'm going to not write anything, but if I'm going to write that home, so it's going to the home page. Now I will delete that one. That all those. One more thing. If so, this one is the default. Means like a ID is that optional. If you are going to write or not write, it will not. If you are going to pass, then it will take that value. Just like create one more. That is a contact and ID int ID. So make a breakpoint here and let's check. Just run that application. If I'm going to write like a home contact and slash 3. So see, now you will get ID value is 3. 3 value you are getting. Now we are going to delete that all what we have created here. Just all those other right button. Just delete this one also. Now we will check that what is that how we can transfer data from that controller to view. Just check. First is method is that view bag. So view bag is that dynamic type. View bag dot you can write anything, just like anything, and you can assign that value at anything from view bag. So same one we have to write here. Just view bag dot anything. So you will get that value. So from here, that controller you are transferring data to that index. So this value should print in that index view. Just run that on. See anything from that view. Then one more thing is that view data. So if you create that view data, so like that view, like here, anything. So same way, I will copy and so view data, but just like a view bag is that dynamic, and but view data is the key pair value. So same way you have to write here also, make a breakpoint. Because at the rate we are using this one is a razor view, so that's why. Now you can see here anything from, oh, I think name is view back. It's repeating. Just change the name of this one will be view anything back, and here it will be back. Just run that application. Now you can see here anything from view back and anything from that view data. Now we'll pass from that model to that. We'll create one model, just like here one class that is a model, and like a student. I will add some properties. Student ID, student name, student roll number. So just here now you can add, just delete this one, this two also. Now we are going to pass from that view controller to view using that strongly type, just like a student. So we'll create a student object, list of student, list of student, list of student, student, MVC, student, which student. So here it will be that student ID equal to 1, name is not region, and student roll number equal to 1001. So this one again we are going to create one more, that is the object 2, and we can write like a 2 scene, and this one will be 2. So will this data from that controller how you will pass to that view. So just pass, you have to add here list of student, sorry, that object of student on object of student view. So just you have to pass through view. So here you can write that one view. So now from in the index view we can write here that add model I enumerable of that student. So here you need to write that fully qualified name. So make a for loop here, like for each item that. So here you can write that model. So first we will display that one, that student name only. So I will display that one, that you have to write that item dot student name. See, if we are going to use that strongly type, then you will get that intelligence value, that the name. See that student ID, student name, and student roll number. So you have to display that student roll number, student name, and student roll number. Just, and one more is that item dot student roll number. Just break it and make it here bold. Item dot student ID. Run that one. So now you are going to get that all the student information what you have passing from that controller to view. See, first one is Vijay 1001 and second one is this Shing 1002. So now you can display that one. That you can see that it's the data is displaying. Now we will see that life cycle of the MVC. Just open that one. And here you can say that first request is coming, then it's going to the routing. So here actually it's checking that pattern matching. If it's not matching, that pattern will not match what actually it's you added in the route tables, then it will return that 404 error. Once it's successfully, then it's initializing that controller. Once the controller is initialized, then it's going to that action. First it will go to the controller, just like if you in the URL you mention that one home dot index. So first it will go to that home, and next one will be the action. So that will be the index. So once that it will enter to the action, then you will get that result. And once it will return the result, then it will display in that view engine. And after that, that result will be displayed and then response. Now I will check that one. That's we have the display that is student details. But what will happen once you have to display that two view, two model, just like a student and student details. One have top one, just like you can say that items and item details. So how you will do that? That times you will have to use that view model. The combination of a multiple models. So that is a view model. So just delete that one. So we'll create one item. Just remove this data. First we'll display that items. We are going to create one table, one class is that items class. And here that item, or you can say that sale. Sale one have sale ID, then string customer name, then string barcode, and you have to create one more class, that is just sale items. So here it will be sale item ID, sale ID, item name and quantity. This one will be decimal. Quantity and then unit price and then total. So there is a two class here. That one is a sale and another one is the sale items table. So, but if you are going to pass from the controller to view, so you are taking that only one class. We are using one class. So how it will do? You can combine here just like a pro list of sale items. Make a list of sale items. So now, if you will pass that cell, only cell like that, just check here. Just take an example. List of cell. So here list of cell. List of cell. In the cell, create a cell object. Obj cell. Let's come to new cell. So obj dot barcode equal to just like 1001. Obj dot customer name is equal to obj dot sale id equal to 1. Now we are going. If next one we will see that there is a one list of sale items. So wait for now. We are going to create list of items. So this one will be the list of item. List of sale item. So you can write a list of sale items. To list of sale item. So sale item. This is sale item. Introduce sale items. That here item name will be mango. Quantity will be 1. Sale ID equal to 1. Sale item ID equal to 1. Just enter the dummy data. Total will be 100 and unit price will be 100. So here you have to add that one dot list of sale item is equal to list of sale item. This one. So now this one is the add that object of sale. So this value you can pass from here, and in that index, open that index. Here it will be that not student, it will be that sale only. So now if we will make a for each loop, so it will be here model. First will be print that sale. So here item dot customer name, that will bold, and another one item dot, that will be the header part, that barcode, and item dot sale item. Then again you can make one more for each loop, that will be the model dot item dot list of items. So here you can see, make another name, sale item. So you can print here that sale item dot. So here you can see that it's a child value is coming. That one item name and break sale dot quantity and break sale item dot sale ID break sale item. Make a total and price. You can display that on the total and price or unit price. Now you say that value. First we are printing that one, the header part, that is a customer name barcode. Then inside of that one we are printing that item name, quantity, sale ID and total unit price. Just remove this one. This one is not required. It's already we have started with that at the red symbol. And one more thing we have to do, that one here we missed some things. This one should become, first we have created sale, this one, and then we are creating the child one, that sale item. Sale items is here. Then this one should we add that sale item. This one is getting little complicated. But first you will understand that one. That's how that we are adding this value. So it will be easy. Now run. See here. Now you are getting data. The first one is the header part, and another one is that child part. That this one I think it's a clear. So later we will check with the database. We are going to use that database, and we'll get that value from the database, and we'll display here. So just delete that one. Now we'll design that one, that master page. So master page is already created, that it's coming into the shared that layout pages. So we'll look that one layout pages. There is an application name. So here we are going to change that one like a order, and check that my sp.net application, that will be the first. We'll check that how it's looking, that master page. Just delete this one. So later we'll change that one, so it will be easy to understand that where it will affect. So first I will change this one, that application name. So what's the name? So here I'm going to change that one. That is MVC tutorial. So just again refresh that one. See now it's coming that MVC tutorials. Next one I'm going to change this value also. This one 2018, that MVC application is coming. So how will change that one? Here my MVC tutorials. Now simple we'll write that MVC tutorial. MVC tutorials. So once we press that one, so here also we will come like a MVC tutorials. And the index page, you can see that here it's mentioned that my ASP.NET application. That one also you can change. This one. Same we will copy this one. This one MVC tutorial, so display. Just refresh it. See here, also it's coming that my MVC tutorials. That's the home. So now I'm going to add some more. Just will delete that one, that old one, that's home one. So delete this. So we'll create that fresh one. Here that add view, that index view. Then also that about, that add that view, also about view. Then one more is that it will be contact. So it will write here that contact. Add view, that one, and view, that it will be contact. So now I'm going to change here. We are going to use a line. So same, we copy from here to there. I will add here. Just only need to change this one. This one is not required. Just delete that one. Make it as a null. Okay. Just change this one name. This one will be home, and rest other thing will be same. Just like index. First we'll check this one. Copy this one. So here it's coming. This one is the link test. What text will be displayed here, and next one will the action name, and another one will the controller name. That this one will the attribute route, and this one will be the route value, and this will be the attributes route. Means like a CSS, you are going, if you want to add, then you can add here. The next one will be the about. So link text will be the about, and action name also it will be about, but that controller name it will be home because it's in home controller. You can see that it's a home controller, that about, and contact also in the same controller. So just copy this one and paste it here. This one will be the contact, and that action name also it will be contact. This one is coming that action link, use of action link. This one. Now you can see here there is a home, about, and contact. Once you click that contact, then you can see that it's going to that home controller and contact action method. This one. So, close. If like that, if we're going to create one more controller, that is the test controller. This one we are going to test in different way, like a test. So, but test is not a good name. So, if you want to change that one, that action name, so what you will do, you have to write that action name. There is a one attribute that is a action name. So here we will change that one, or just somebody will write that one action name test. So only if you will write in a URL home dot test, so it should display. So if action name, now it will be test. So one way is like that. Yeah, action name, action test. So create one view, that one view. So okay. So now in the URL you have to write like a home slash action name test. So you will get this. You will that one, that action test one, return that one, that view, that action test name view. So action test name, that home dot action test name test, that is that one view. So but this one is not looking good, this much long. So how you will change that? If you, I want to, that particular action name should become like a, if I will write like a home dot test, home slash test, so it should display. So you can use that action name. So if you will write here test, so now if you will run that application, then you have to write that in a URL home/test. If you write here home slash that old one is the action name test. So home slash if you write like this, so you will not get because it's searching that test one. So if you will change that test. Now its action name is test. So if you write like that, because it's checking, just run that one. That will be the home/test. So here it's searching that one test app because here we need to return in that view that will this one. Because action name it's if it's a returning only view, then it will be check that test ASPX or in the test view. So just run that one. Now you will write like a home/test. See now it's coming that action name test. If you are going to return only view, then action name and view name will be same. Just like here, if the action name is a test, okay, so view it's searching that only view is searching is test view. So that's why we are returning that one action test view. So once you will enter that in a URL home/test, so it will be redirect. It will become here and it will be redirect to that action name test. So next property is that if I want to make a nobody can call this action method through URL. So what is the way? You can make a private way. You can write a private. If you will write, if you call that one that home/action test, home/test. So, but that MVC will return that not found because you already make that one private. So if you write like a home/test, let's see you will get that error. See. It's saying that HTTP 404 found that which page you are looking that is not found because of that private. You make it better. Then another thing is that if you make that public, another sex selector is that no action. If you write like a no action, that also it will work as a private. This one is that selector, that like a no action is the selector. Same like that if you write like a home/test, it will say that the page which you are looking that's not found. See again 404. But this way is not good. Whatever your logic you are going to want to write, you have to write in a business logic like in a model. So don't write anything in that controller. I hope till now it's a clear. I hope now it's a will be clear. In the next part, we will see that we will create that form and we will try to pass from that view to controller. Thanks for watching.